Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard, your sister with the curly braids, and I'm so pleased to be a contributor here on African Diaspora News Channel. Please make sure you give us a big thumbs up, Be sure to like and be sure to share. Family, I want you to watch this brief clip that's gone viral online very quickly. Watch this.
Don't you complain about racism? Every single one of you guys complain about racism.
Who is one of you guys? Who is one of you guys? Yo, wait till I get on my stop. I'm gonna flatline you. Who is one of these guys? Who is one of these guys? Huh? Who is one of these guys? Who is you guys? Who is you guys?
Lady, back off.
You're attacking me and my heritage.
Hey! Hey, that is uncalled for.
There are kids on a train.
That is uncalled for.
Talking about boys on the train. We're not doing this not today.
Okay, did you see that? Did you see that? Well, now, beloved, you've got this funny looking reporter by the name of Alexander. I don't know if he pronounces it Cohen or it's spelled C-O-H-N. And I tweeted him asking him, is your real name Alexander Khan? Because he posted and tagged MTA, which is the New York Metro. Then he tagged NYPD News and NYPD, the Commissioner Shea. Y'all watch this. He tagged them talking about this is anti-Asian racism and violence on the train in Manhattan. Sad and wrong. Boy, if you don't go sit your funny looking self down somewhere. We heard with our own ears this model minority. And why do we use that? Because this is what America says to black people. When you all want us to conform to something, you tell us how the minorities that come over here to experience the American dream that we built based on our American nightmare, you try to tell us do it like they do it by calling them models of our society. And what I want you to understand today, beloved, is that we hear this lady say, you guys.
You complain about racism. Every single one of you guys.
And the sister breaks it down and says, no, who are you calling you guys? Now, yes, the reporter tried to put out there when people started to check the reporter and say the only racism we see is from this other lady that you sitting here saying was the victim of anti-Asian hate. He said, well, before that, the footage showed where the lady said, y'all brought it over here. Why? If you were trying to prove that it was AAPI attack, that would have been the first part of the footage that you would have played. Something is very suspect with all of these. It ain't even though all of these, it's a handful compared to the anti-black provable racism that we experience from multiple communities, no matter what backgrounds they are. Nobody's out there pushing for black legislation when we're able to prove that these salon owners, some of these salon owners, these beauty supply stores are beating the brakes off of black women. Whether they're physically, literally beating the brakes off of them, or they're trying to hem them up business-wise, just like our brother Phil did a show here. I believe it was Brother Phil that did a show right here on this network where a sister, black female business owner, was trying to level up her black beauty business. And she was explaining how on the back end, how certain members of different Asian communities and countries are intentionally shutting out Black business owners, and they're dominating stuff behind the scenes to make sure that they can't get the proper distribution, taking them through all kinds of unnecessary paperwork and all kinds of other business tricks, so that they're never able to really do import, export, beauty industry stuff. So nobody ever has this outrage when Black folks are being exploited in our own community from outsiders. And so, no, I'm not going for whatever that little miscellaneous story he told. When we are provably the disproportionate victims of racism from all communities. Talk Black to me. I'm your sister with the curly braids. Make sure, family, that you get ready. And I'm not going to stop talking about this. January 2nd, 2022. January 2nd, 2022. January 2nd, 2022 is one day after the new year. Start your year off right. I am doing now my part 2 installment. This time I'm going to call it my Ancestral Messenger webinar. This is part 2. But the focus this time is going to be called your Royal Bloodline Vault Passcodes. Do you know that there is a vault on the inside of you? But the question is, do you know the codes? Do you know how to access it? Do you have the cheat codes to the wisdom and the power that's on the inside of you, the healing and the resources that's on the inside of you that can have an effect in literally every area of your life and your entire family? Go to my website. The link is below, onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com, onpurposewithvicki.com. Get your seat today. If you want something you never had, you got to do something you've never done. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Some of you got to understand that if you want an explosive, divine, and favorable shift in your life, you can't continue with the same patterns and then expect a different outcome. Your life is a predictable disappointment and mess in your own eyes. I'm not saying this about you, but I get a lot of feedback from folks that talk about how they're displeased with their life. Is because you're doing the same thing. I'm not going to not only am I going to be there dropping all kinds of magic, I'm not going to be there by myself. I'm going to be dropping all kinds of magic, all kinds of wisdom, breakthroughs in your spiritual, metaphysical healing in your royal bloodline. But I am bringing in another very, very powerful Black metaphysician that's going to unleash secret, sacred, esoteric codes to access the wealth on the inside of you. A lot of my people never even heard of these kinds of things because only the elite know some of this stuff. Your governments may know some of this stuff. NASA may know some of this stuff. The powerful may know some of this stuff. And then they demonize our spiritual systems. And then they give us their feckless, weak religions. The magic was always ours, baby. Don't you dare miss this. OnPurposeWithVicki.com. Get your seat today. I can't wait to see you there.
The Black community suffers from the worst health disparities. The Minister of Wellness Ministries is the only pro-Black Bible-based health ministry of its kind. We teach biblical health principles that can eradicate obesity and disease. We have everything you need to feel better than you've ever felt in your life. Act now to get your biblical health ebook and DVD, both for free. TheMinisterofWellness.com, TheMinisterofWellness.com.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.